What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. Talk about some very important levels to be watching for, and lots of headlines coming out which involve Elon Musk. Let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them, and the offer ends very soon in just 6 days. Anyways, for Tesla, we have a very, very interesting structure right over here. Tesla got this nice little pop up to this 168 area, but then the move ended up failing as Tesla's coming back down below 162. And the market is starting to contract a bit as we are once again fighting some key resistance levels and starting to see some bears stepping in. So I want to break down some important insights about Tesla and the markets in just a minute. I first want to talk about Elon Musk. So there's a lot of headlines coming out about Elon Musk after some of the things that he has said. But I first want to talk about this one. Reports are saying that, and this just came out today, that Elon Musk wants to lay off about 20% of Tesla's workforce. That is very important. Reports claim that that's what Musk's intention was, but this isn't 100% guaranteed because I haven't really heard this from him directly. But there are a lot of reports claiming that that is what he has said, so we'll see if that ends up being the case or not. All we know for now is that Tesla's going to be laying off about more than 10% of their workforce for the time being. They've announced more layoffs in Texas and also in California, especially in the Bay Area. They're doing this amidst what's been happening. And when you look at their earnings were not very good for Tesla. Their EPS was a miss. Their revenue came in short. So it wasn't the best of news for them, especially as their net income ended up dropping and their free cash flow decreased quite a bit. So that is what happened to Tesla. At least for earnings. However, Tesla's still managing to, run and hold up very nicely because of what Elon Musk and the team have announced. Talking about new affordable EVs coming very soon. They were talking a lot about AI and such, which is part of why Tesla's still outperforming the market. So that's something worth noting. I personally think that for the very long term, everything that Elon Musk and Tesla said was very bullish. For the short term, although Tesla got this temporary push to the upside, there's no guarantee it's going to last extremely long because you have to remember that earnings themselves are not the best. And when it comes to the overall markets, the market is trying to contract a little bit, and this could actually affect Tesla to some extent. So let's break down more details about this. How are things looking? Tesla's holding this support right now at 162.5. Losing this would take us all the way down towards 160 as the next key level. Then we have 158 as critical support at the 200 EMA on the hourly time frame. Losing 158 would cause Tesla to dip a lot more. Otherwise, we're just range bound for now. Tesla also has resistance at 165. Breaking this would take us up to 168 and 170. I said that if we held above 165 for an extended period of time, we could easily push to the 170s, but we haven't been able to do that so far. We kind of popped and came back down just temporarily, and this could be a liquidity grab. Sometimes they do this because they're getting ready to short Tesla again, and they might be trying to drag it down. That's a possibility. So far, it's just in this range, so it's going to likely remain in the range between 158 and 165 for now. But watch and see which way we end up breaking, and we're showing a little bit of weakness, a little bit of contraction, but this has more to do with the overall market, and the market could actually drag Tesla a little bit lower. So it might just remain in this range for now for a couple of hours, but then we'll see if we end up losing support or not. But that's what I'm seeing on Tesla for now. I do want to mention something else that's significant. That's how the market's performing. So for SPY, I mentioned in the morning we had this range, right? We have a very important range. We had this resistance in this 507 area. We had support at 505.5 and also at 506. Notice how we're starting to lose 505.5, and our next support is going to be in this 504.5 zone. Losing that would take us all the way down to 502. And I'm seeing some weakness on the chart so far. You guys can see it's favoring bears a bit more. So this kind of favors the notion that we essentially formed a temporary top. Spies has formed a temporary top, and this thing is starting to contract a little bit. So notice how it was kind of pushing up from right here, and now we're starting to form a temporary top after hitting our 200 EMA. So now it's beginning to reject, and I'm anticipating some more downside. If we lose 504.5, we're going to easily come down to 502. That's where we have this previous resistance becoming support right here, and that is where the breakout area happens to be. So SPY is looking a little bit weak, and we're starting to see this affecting Tesla. Tesla's also getting dragged down now. It's just barely below 162, showing a little bit of weakness, but that is what my point was about how the market's affecting Tesla. Two more things worth noting are the fact that the QQQ is also showing weakness. See how the QQQ is kind of surging a bit, but notice how as soon as we hit the red line, the 200 EMA up here, we rejected, and now our next critical support is, well, we have some support at this 427 area, then we have 425.5, followed by the 422s. We have resistance at 430. If we break this, it could go up to 433, but that's not what I'm seeing so far. It looks more like it's going to reject a bit, and it could be coming all the way down to the 425s very soon by tomorrow, if not later on today. So I'm seeing some weakness on the triple Q, just like that of SPY. This is causing more contractions. If you look at Nvda, I called out that Nvda would likely test 846 or so, and we could get a rejection. We ended up projecting off the high 844s, just about less than $2 away from my target. And now we're coming back down. We got our back test of 834, and now we're seeing it dip a bit. So I'm going to be watching this support at 826 and also at 820. Losing 820 would cause this to dip all the way down towards the 810 area. So just be very careful. I do see a risk of Nvidia kind of dipping a little bit more, so just be mindful of that. We're barely holding support, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go. And then additionally, we have Aapl stock. Aapl pushed a bit towards 168 after bullish news came out. We're going to be watching 167.5. Losing that would cause us to dip a little bit more towards the 166s. I think Aapl is going to hold up a little bit better. It's outperforming the market a bit, showing some strength, but it could actually contract a little bit, slowly pushing to the lower 167s. With that being said, let me go over just a few more. On Amazon, I said we had a range. Whichever way we broke would determine the move. And right now, we're approaching support at 177.5. Below that, we have 176, followed by 170, the 175 zone. So I'm seeing a little bit of weakness on Amazon. Meta is also showing weakness. We have support currently at 495. Losing that would bring this all the way down towards this 490 area. Previous resistance becoming support. So we have 492 and also about 488 as support. For resistance, I'd be watching 498s to 500. If 500 broke, I'd see a bigger push, but as of right now, it's looking a bit more bearish. And that's all I'm seeing for now. So that's what I'm seeing on the chart, at least for the time being, at least for Meta. And for SPY, I'm seeing some signs of contraction, which is kind of being a little bit negative for Tesla. So Tesla got this little liquidity grab. It's looking a little bit weak right now, at least from this level. However, it hasn't officially lost critical support to really start dipping. So I'm seeing some weakness, but not like a whole ton to the point where it starts crashing or anything like that. We're still within the bounds of this range. So we're just going to be watching Tesla for now. Could remain in this range for many hours to come, and we'll see how things go from here. All right, so with that being said, know that there is a risk of a bit more downside for Tesla, but it hasn't lost critical support at 158 yet, so it's not officially tanking. So we'll have to give this a little bit more time, and we'll see how things go. Just note that when it comes to earnings weren't really that good for Tesla. They missed on EPS and revenue and etc. Their guidance, they didn't really talk as much about that. The reason why Tesla's up is because Elon Musk and the team hyped Tesla up with their AI technology, these new developments, robotaxi, cheaper EVs and such coming out in the future, which is awesome. I'm very proud of Tesla for the long term. But for now, just know that the market's causing a little bit of contraction. Tesla's slowing down a bit, and we'll have to see how things go from here. So watch the range, do what you have to do, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one in just a couple of hours. Thank you for listening, and peace out.